Hello everyone, welcome to my free online tutorial for the new SAT Math section. Now the problem that you see on your screen right now is taken from the official SAT study guide just released by College Board, which is meant to help you prepare for the new SAT Math version, new SAT exam version coming up in March of 2016. So the first issue of the new exam will be given in March of 2016. Okay? So you've got about 6 months to go until the first changed exam will be issued. So this problem is again from the new SAT study guide just released by College Board, problem number 11 in section 3, exam 1, where the calculator is allowed. Okay, section 3, exam number 1, practice test 1, problem number 11. So this problem gives you two linear equations, and let's see what B and C represent. In the equations above, B and C represent the price per pound in dollars of beef and chicken, respectively, X weeks after July 1st during last summer. What was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken? So the first thing that you should know is that B represents the price per pound in dollars of beef, right? And X represents the number of weeks after July 1st during last summer. Okay? So as X increases as the number of weeks after the July 1st date keep coming, the price of beef will increase. And the same thing for C, the price of chicken. So with the increasing number of weeks after the July 1st of last summer, comes the increase in the price per pound of chicken. Okay? So both of them increase with the increasing number of weeks. So we need to find out a certain X value that represents the same, that gives the same price for the chicken and beef. Right? Because they're asking you, what was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken? So in order to find the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken, you first need to find the X value, the number of weeks, the week after the July 1st that had seen the price per pound of beef equal to the price per pound of chicken, right? So before you find your X value, you can't find the value of B. You first need to find the X, because you can only find one variable in terms of all other known variables, right? So you can't find an unknown in terms of the other unknown. So you first have to find the value of X in order to find the value of B. So the first thing that you do is that you set B and C equal. And how do we know that? It's because they're asking you what was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken. So they're telling you in words that you must set B equal to C. So which is what we do here. We set these two equations equal in order to find the X value, because you see, if we get rid of these values, we just substitute these two equations for B's and C's, right? And we get 2.35 plus 0.25x is equal to 1.75 plus 0.40x, right? So now that we set it equal, we can solve for x, right? And we get 2.35 minus 1.75. So we subtract 1.75 on both sides, and we have no variables resulting on the left side of the equation. We just have 2.35 minus 1.75, and that equals to 0.40 times x minus 0.25 times x, right? And we know that because we subtract 0.25 times x on both sides, and we get the variable multiplied by a constant on the right side. And to get it further simplified, we get 0.6 is equal to 0.15 times x, right? And this is simple. You cannot use the calculator. Remember, you have to learn how to do this in your head. And you might think, oh, but these are decimals. They're not whole values here. These are fractions. Well, you know what? They are fractions. But the easiest way to do this, if you've probably been taught this in elementary school, if you've forgotten it, you should multiply both sides by 100 in order to have both numbers whole numbers, right? So if you multiply this side by 100, you get 15, and if you do the same thing, well, you must do the same thing on the left side of the equation, you will get 60, right? Because 0.6 times 100 is 60. And you will have 60 is equal to 15 times x. And that's easy, because if you divide then 60 by 15, you will get x is equal to 4. So now that you found your x, and this is the number of weeks that passed after the July 1st, and that saw the two prices per pound in dollars for the beef and chicken equal. So now that you found the number of weeks, you can plug in this number of weeks, which is 4, to the equation b. And why do we plug into b instead of c? Why particularly b and not c? Because it asks you what was the price per pound of beef, right? So we need to plug in this x value for the beef. And guess what? If you would have plugged into C, it would still be correct, because these two prices were the same when x was equal to 4, right? Because we set them equal. So you would have still gotten the right answer if you would have plugged into C, the x value of 4. But in any case, I would like to, just for the purpose of being accurate, to transforming the math, making the math correspond to the words that you read here, that you see here, I would just want to plug it into b, so that it would be for simplicity purposes. Okay, so b is equal to 2.35 plus 0.25, and we must substitute the x value with x is equal to 4, and we get 2.35 plus, and 0.25 times 4 is just 1, right? So 2.35 plus 1 is equal to 3.35. So this is the price per pound for beef 4 weeks after the July 1st during last summer, right? This price is the price per pound for beef at the time when this price was equal to the price per pound for chicken, right? So the chicken price per pound in dollars was also 3.35 4 weeks after the July 1st during last summer. Okay, so this answer choice is answer choice D.